Salut les loulous, content de me voir?
Alright, now folks, this is what's called an American alligator. Okay, there's actually two different types of alligators in the world. There's the American and Chinese. Okay, the only difference between these two animals is no, folks, this is a politically correct vote. That's their size, alright? Jeez! Okay, a male American alligator will average between 13 and 17 feet, roughly come in at about 900 pounds. Okay, the largest American alligator ever caught in the United States was in Louisiana. It was Wow. Okay, because you never know an alligator be sitting on that bottom, you never see him come up and get you. And trust me, I haven't had a 6-foot alligator in doorbell with me. It's not a fun time. Pretty much anything that they can swallow whole. Okay, they don't really like going stuff for bigger than they are or anything else. Crocodile jaws are more built to rip and tear. Okay, because when you see a crocodile's jaw, it's actually more.
Is that they'd actually take the seeds out of it, which just like apples, do tend to have a arsenic type toxin to them. They would take the seed, grind it up, add it to some coconut oil, smear it in their hair, and use it to kill lice.
Funny to you? Some little girl's best friend gets devoured by an alligator. You found that amusing. You're absolutely sick. Hey, mad respect. No, I think it's funny too. No, not if it's a Labrador or a Weimaraner or an Irish setter. That's a tragedy. Talk about the little punt pass and kick dogs that nobody likes. Come on, man. Tell that kid to stop crying and get a real cat. You know, there's like 3 Chihuahua owners who want to stone me to death. Massive explosion of energy. Yeah, these guys don't do a whole lot of that stuff. They don't do that because almost every gay... This is how we plant flowers down here. Notice the nice rows she makes. I'm probably going to put 2 rows of begonias right here. That's a joke. You can't plant begonias in sand. Everybody knows that. Now listen, I could be killed at any moment. I mean, there could be a lightning strike, a meteor, a plane crash, postal worker could show up. Really, anything could happen. Sorry, Bandit, maybe you should have put a ring on it. Now, if you're a Seminole warrior back in the 1800s, you're out catching alligators. You're doing that to feed your family, but you want to do it. You want to catch them alive. Alligator meat spoils very quickly in a hot Florida sun. So the first thing you want to do is tie the jaws shut. Gator this size, about 1,500 pounds of crushing power per square inch. Strongest bite in the animal kingdom. So tying the jaws shut is the first thing you want to do, but it's kind of challenging doing it by yourself. You do need 2 hands to tie a good knot. And something has to hold that mouth closed while you're doing it, or you risk losing your fingers in the process. So the Seminoles came up with a technique that we now refer to as bulldogging, holding the jaws closed with your chin in your chest. That would free your hands up anytime and take out leather or rope and tie a knot. If you want to take a picture, wait till both arms go out to the side, or you see the blood pouring down my throat. Usually where I tell the kids to stay in school. Okay, take your pictures quickly. Take out a rope, a couple of wraps, you tie a knot, and you'd have yourself a caught and tied alligator. Now, judging by the complete lack of applause, I'm assuming you people not really impressed with me or the alligator right now. Oh, very touching. There's really nothing better for my ego than pity applause. I appreciate that. Looking for me after the show. I'll be checking into therapy. All right, I'll try to redeem myself in a minute or two. In the meantime, we're going to touch on a few different parts of the alligator's anatomy. The eyes of an alligator are very well protected. Very deep eye sockets. Anything were to threaten those eyes, they will drop to the bottom of the eye sockets out of the way of harm. These bony, leathery eyelids come down to help protect them. She has lower eyelids like you and I have, and she also has that third eyelid, which is called a nictitating membrane. Do it now. Little transparent lens you may have just seen move from front to back. It acts to clean dust and debris away from the eyes. It also acts like a pair of goggles for the alligator in the water. Behind the eyes, alligator's ears. Little tiny flaps right there. Even with these small ears, they still hear just about as well as you and I on land, and they also hear very well under the water. Now, between the ears, behind the eyes, located right about there, alligator's brain. Alligator's brain is about the size of my thumb, and I'm being generous. There's only one animal in the entire world that has a smaller brain to body size ratio, and of course is the alligator wrestler. I still don't get that joke. I'm going to figure it out though. Probably not today, but I'll figure it out. The bony plates you see all over the back, they're called scutes. They're solid bone osteoderms. They do 2 things for an alligator. Number 1, it's armor plating. Protects them from predators and other alligators during the mating and territorial disputes. More importantly, though, it acts as a solar panel. These alligators will lay out in the sun with this dark black skin. The sun beats down, heats up that skin and those scutes, which are all covered with little blood vessels. The blood will heat up, circulate to the body, increasing the energy and metabolism. You'll notice I said the skin was black and not green. Because almost every sign, t-shirt, cartoon, painting, stuffed animal, rubber toy, high school, college mascot you've ever seen of an alligator, almost always green. Green. What? I'm not too smart, but that's not green, that's black. And I've been talking with the guys about it. We're getting sick of it. No, the green stuff stops today. You kids draw an alligator, you get a black crayon, not a green crayon. So I'm watching. I just like to scare children. Who doesn't? So much fun. Now, what separates alligator wrestling from alligator capturing, of course, dangerous stunts, doing a couple of foolish things like we'll do right now. First, it's called the Florida Smile. Going to open the alligator's mouth, showing all 80 teeth. Open the mouth, thanks. Showing all 80 teeth. She has 40 teeth on top and 40 teeth on the bottom. If you look in the back of that throat, it appears she has little to no throat opening. She has an oversized palatal valve or glottis, which allows her to go underwater, capture food without drowning, She'll usually then surface above the water to swallow that food. She likes to make it look dangerous sometimes. Bit of a showman. You do realize without me you'd be a suitcase, right? Just follow the script. By the way, you're 0 for 2 on applause there, showman. Ah, more pity applause. Thanks, kid. We'll both be in therapy after this group. We'll get a discount rate for all right, last trick we're going to do is what's called a face-off, because if by chance I do mess up. Hey, this will also going to show you exactly what a bachelor's degree in psychology is now worth. From the University of Massachusetts, anyway. My parents wasted a lot of money on college. They don't really appreciate the fact that I make bad jokes about it in an alligator pit. I'm 50 years old. My dad's still telling me to give him his money back. Trust me, that one never happened. Last trick, no hero stuff. This is how Bootsy got killed. All they found was a wireless microphone and a pair of Adidas. I never really did like Bootsy. Sometimes people clap. Smells amazing, by the way. Hey, I found my keys. Get out the alligator, best part of the show for me, probably for Target too. Like the way you walk, girl. Oh. $50 says you don't make the water. I didn't make the end of the joke. But it's amazing how fast they move, isn't it? I mean, now you know why you have to run zigzag. Yeah, otherwise they'd never catch you. They started that whole thing. I never heard of that, chased by an alligator, run zigzag. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my entire life. They've been pushing that for over 50 years in Florida. Don't run zigzag, just run.
tu finiras bien par revenir. Haha, c'est un bide, y a plus de public.